Hey everyone, welcome to Cars with Kevin and welcome to the 2019 Mitsubishi Xpander Ultimate. In this video, I'll be telling you all about the experiences I had with this car after owning it for 4 years. I'll be telling you about the exterior, the interior, and the mechanical reliability of this car. So I'll be telling you how this interior has been for 4 years, how the exterior has been for 4 years, and I'll tell you how the engine has held up, the transmission, and everything like that. So without further ado, let's begin. So first up, let's look at the exterior. I'm gonna hop out and we're gonna walk around it while I tell you about how this Xpander has gone through 4 years of ownership. So I'll tell you a bit about the history of this Xpander. So this Xpander has been built in 2019 and we bought it, my family bought it used in 2020. So this car is about 4 years old in the hands of my family. We've done some modifications since the initial purchase. The previous owner has also done some modifications. But firstly, let's look at the exterior of this car. So this is the Ultimate trim, so it's different from some of the versions and trims you'll see in other markets. This is the highest trim level, so it has dual tone wheels, it has silver front and rear bumper garnishes, it has fog lamps and all of those features. So I'll tell you about the reliability and durability of this exterior. Firstly, from the paint, we can see the paint is still in very good condition. This is a sterling silver metallic. This is the name that Mitsubishi gave to this paint on the Xpander. As you can see, it's still in very good condition. So we can pretty much tell that, you know, even after 4 years, the paint hasn't gone one bit bad, even though, yeah, this car actually hasn't been used all that much in 4 years. It's only 36,000 kilometers, but still, even with that usage, it's held up pretty well. All the chrome, plastics, and finishing has gone a little bit scratched up, of course. Well, it's plastic chrome, so with decent usage it's gonna lose its shine, although it's not gone scuffed or anything. It's still chrome. You could still see yourself, your reflection, but it's not as nice looking anymore as it used to. Here are the mirrors, and well, fortunately it's in better nick compared to the front chrome garnishing, but well, it will vary depending on experience. Up front and on the rear, we have the wheels and tires. These are Bridgestone Ecopia EP150s, which are 205/55 R16 tires. They've got decent sidewall. The brakes in the front are disc brakes. They've held up fantastically throughout these 4 years of ownership. The tires too, even though these are eco tires, the road noise is still manageable, but the car's pretty comfortable even with these eco tires because of, you know, the big sidewalls and the 16-inch rims. This is the side, this is the doors. We have some chrome accessory garnishing for the door handles. And this is the rear. We have 4-point rear parking sensors. We have LEDs in place of the rear reflectors, bumper reflectors. On stock Xpanders, if you look it up on Google or if you look at other Xpanders, this will just be a red reflector. And the Xpander does not come with 4-point rear parking sensors. This is a modification that my family has fitted. Has backup camera, which has never failed, and it's still solidly stuck onto the rear hatch. The rear doors also still function very well. All doors function very well. All the lights have functioned very well. No faults there whatsoever. Nothing faulty with the electricity. You can even see the roof, which has no paint fading whatsoever. All the seals, all the rubber has held up very well in keeping water out of the interior. So let's have a look at the engine, and I'll talk about the mechanical reliability of this Xpander. So this Xpander still has the same engine since 2017, since its release. This is Mitsubishi's 4A91 1.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. Makes 103 horsepower and 141 Newton meters of torque. It's not large, it's not small. I think it's just right for a car this size. It comes with ABS on higher trims. I think on all trims it comes with ABS. I'm not sure, I have to check the brochure. That's the battery, horn. This has a modified horn, so it sounds a lot better. And yeah, it's not turbocharged, so plus points for reliability. And this Xpander has not had a single problem. No overheating issues, no broken parts, no failing parts. The fan still works very well. Oils, very cheap to replace. And yeah, and the power of the 103 horsepower from the 4-cylinder is delivered via a 4-speed automatic transmission. It's a normal torque converter, and it's been very reliable so far. Absolutely zero problems, no weird noises, no knocking in the gear changes, no hesitation in the engine, no hesitation in power application or any of those weird stuff. It's just simple 4-cylinder 103 horsepower 4-speed automatic. It's a very old school solution to a modern car, but in countries like this, that's really the solution that people want. And so as a package, this car isn't really exciting, but works really well. This Xpander is really comfortable. The suspension has not failed a single bit. Front and rear, we have MacPhersons at the rear, and I forgot what these suspensions are at the front. I have to check again. I'll leave text at the bottom, and I'll leave all of the details of this car in the description below. If you have any more details to ask, I'll help you in the comment section below. We have front and rear mud guards, and I think mechanically that's it. What else is there? There's the interior, which I will move on to in a minute. This does come with a spare tire, which you can access through this hidden luggage compartment. Over here we have a access panel for the bolt to release the spare tire, which is under the car, which saves luggage room, of course. So I think that's it about the mechanical reliability. This car has been absolutely fantastic, zero problems whatsoever. And let's move on to the interior, shall we, and see what I think of this. So this is the interior of the 2019 Mitsubishi Xpander Ultimate. In Indonesia, it's right-hand drive. In other countries, it's left-hand drive, and some trims may not even come with all of this beige color scheme. Usually I've seen in other countries it's just black and gray, maybe even brown. In this case, it's not. The Xpander Ultimate has this color scheme. It looks a little bit more family friendly, looks more chill and modern looking. So let's talk about how this interior has held up through this 4 years of ownership. Let's turn on the engine first, and the aircon, because it's really hot out here in Indonesia. It's about like 28 degrees Celsius, 30 degrees. So let's move on to the door first. We have fully plastic door here. This fake stitching, which I was fooled at first. I thought it was actual leather stitching, but turns out it's plastic. All of this is plastic, even down here, which is not a bad thing, because for a car like this, you want longevity, and you know, you want things to be really reliable. The plastics in this interior are very well made. They're very thick, and they've all not caused a problem, except for in around this area, like under the AC unit, AC controls, there's a loose panel or a loose screw somewhere. It's really been bothering me ever since like 2020, when the noise first came. There's yeah, there's like a loose part somewhere. I'm not really sure. It's really bothering. It's making like a rattling sound. But other than that, all this plastic is matte, like it came from the factory. No weird shining surfaces in the touch points, this armrest here. But yeah, the piano black plastic in the center console is the worst. It's picked up a lot of fingerprints, it's picked up a lot of dust. And the AC unit is not really that bad, piano black, but around this transmission area is the worst. So if you have an Xpander, or if you're gonna buy an Xpander, you might as well put like protective plastic over this, or try to keep it clean. The interior, like center console, we have manual setting for the climate controls, adjustable mirrors, foldable mirrors, electric mirrors, cubby there, and glove box decently sized. It shares the same space as the fuse box, but no worries, we have a small shelf here to compensate for that. A storage cubby below the seat, even for more practicality. The seats are covered by seat covers, but the seats themselves, which are cloth, are still in very, very good conditions. And dashboard, very solid. We have replaced this with a Android head unit. It was previously a Sony sound system head unit, which doesn't have navigation, came from the factory like that. This is an Intersys IDT 1195 10-inch Android 10 Go head unit, and it's admittedly a bit sluggish because it only has 2 GB of RAM, and that's DDR3. I'm pretty sure there are better head units out there if you just look around online. Have a small cubby to put your cables so they don't clutter up the interior while you want to charge your phone. 2 cup holders, the center console storage that slides instead of lifts, which is a slightly uncommon solution, but it keeps the interior clean. I put the tissue box on top. Steering wheel is very comfortable position. It has tilt and telescopic adjustability, which is insanely better. You can put it up and down and tilt it inside and out. But let's actually close the door. Here's the horn. Actually, let's hear the horn. Yeah, let's change the horn. There has been a problem with the steering wheel. Now the media functions work, volume up, volume down, next track, previous track, the mode button works, voice recognition and phone system works, but the steering wheel, specifically the cruise control, because here's the problem. As I arm the cruise control to turn on, as you can see, the diagram in the MID does appear. It does appear, but the switch to turn on the cruise control itself, to activate it, has a problem. In the Xpander or in other Mitsubishi products that has the steering wheel, you have to press the switch down 2 times to set your current cruise control speed. Now unfortunately, this type of switch, you could press it too hard and it might break the switch, or the switch, the connector itself inside the steering wheel or inside the steering steering column itself has been damaged. Now I'm not sure, maybe because that's from corrosion from the elements, or it's just from a misuse of this cruise control switch, so I just can't use cruise control despite having it. Let's look at the second row and third row so I don't waste too much time. So this is the second row seats. I fit in here very nicely. I am 5'10", 179 centimeters, have excellent leg room. This is set, this driving position is set to where I drive, so it's almost the maximum setting. Headroom, I have plenty of headroom. I have more than 5 fingers, maybe like 6 or 7 fingers. I can't really tell in terms of like centimeters or inches. The headliner here is still in very good condition. There has been no sagging or leaking or anything to do with the materials. This is the AC unit. It blows ice cold, but recently I've had a problem, or maybe minor complaint, that the AC vents have a weird smell to them, but only the rear vents. Second row vents, yeah, maybe I have to change the AC filter, but all in all it's not bad. This is the seats, the same comments as the front seats. They're in excellent condition because this has seat covers, and they're also made of cloth. The door plastics look like this. It's also hard plastic, fake stitching, fake wood and fake aluminum, but it's a bit bigger. It has more practicality. You could fit 3 cups in here, 3 bottles. This does have an armrest, the second row, which is a nice feature, so you could be relaxing if you're with your other passenger and you're not carrying 5 people in here. You could just relax and put your arm on the armrest and have a nice seating position and ride. Let's move on to the third row. Oops, it's very simple. Just, it's not a one set tumble, but yeah, You just pull the switch and push the seat down and it folds. So this is the third row. As a 5'10" person, this is adequate. This is adequate room for a tall person like me, but my knees are completely pushing the second row seats. So I say it's adequate as an Indonesian or as an Asian, because we usually we just prioritize the fact that we can carry people regardless of interior space. So if you fit, it's fine, but this is much more room than I expected. And also the second row seats, you could slide it in front, so no problem there. You would have even more space. Plastics here completely fine, even though it shares the same room as the luggage compartment. Absolutely. Yeah, maybe it has a bit scratches there, but that's from wear and tear. You have a 12-volt socket, 12-volt cigarette style power outlet. Roofline is also the same comments. We have a weird seat belt on the roof and a small light. You could grab your hands, you know, have a grab handle there. And behind is a bit sparse. Third row is quite sparse, but the fact that it has a, you know, the fact that it has cup holders and stuff like that is already better. Let's check out the luggage compartment. I think I have. Oh, I haven't. All right. Manually opening. It has, but the struts themselves, they allow you not to open it all the way up. What I mean is this. So I can just grab here and just pull only like a third of the way and it'll go up on its own. So it's very, very light. There's a small compartment here. You have small cubbies there, left and right. And yeah, I think that's it. The interior is full of plastic, but it has excellent reliability. It's held up very, very nicely. And I think that's it about the Xpander. So thank you very much for watching and tuning in to Cars and with Gavin. And in this video, this is my first time speaking on this channel, so do excuse some of the mistakes that I've made in my speech. I'm a bit nervous, but so is many people in their first time speaking in a video that's gonna be posted to YouTube. So thank you very much for watching, liking, subscribing and commenting, and I'll see you in the next one.